Hey guys, so I'm just back from a stopwatch, 2 hours 11 minutes. Hey guys, so I'm just back from a hike. You see that 2 hours, like 12 minutes, 4 kilometers. Could have been 1.8 miles and then back, so 1.6. I switched the place that I was I did a pretty scary section where I had to cross a fast flowing stream, which meant going barefoot because you can't do that in flip-flops. And then obviously when you put them on again now, your feet are slipping in the flip-flops and you're on very steep, crumbly, loose gravel and rock terrain, and it really was quite an angle. But really quite nice up there. As I said, I'm not trying to impress anyone, and I'm certainly not trying to pretend that it's smart. It certainly isn't. But I can't help thinking, bringing this back to true crime. How many true crime cases involve middle-aged to or older people? Most of them are young people. They're either in their 20s or in their early 30s. Think about Chris Watts, Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito, Kylie Rodney, although that's not strictly speaking true crime, but where disaster strikes. Casey Anthony, early 20s, having kids, and when you've got to decide how you deal with love and rejection. And think about Jodi Arias, think about Amanda Knox. O.J. Simpson was older, but it also involved love and someone I think a fair bit younger than him. O.J. is not really a good example. Oscar, then again, he was 26 years old. Think about Koberger, 28, and his victims, 21, 22. But the point being, sometimes you're aware that you're doing something stupid. I mean, not only was it, there's a sign there saying closed. Not only that, the portents were pretty clear, like the sky is very dark grey right now. I don't know if you guys, maybe when I end this video, I'm driving right now, I'll show you. But it was actually dripping, thunder was rumbling, so certainly not ideal conditions for taking chances while hiking, right? And sometimes you take a chance like I did today, and I won't say it pays off, but nothing really happens, and you had quite a good time. I did sort of get that feeling when I was, so I got lost, came all the way back, and on my way back to the part of the trail that I recognized, I saw these kids, probably 6 or 7 of them, all gathered right at the top of a very steep slope where it says closed, and there's sort of like perforations in this rocky thing, and I mean, I'd obviously thought of going up there myself, but it was like, okay, closed, I won't. When I saw them there, I thought, you know what, I think I'm going to go up there as well. And I actually assumed they'd seen the sign. Actually they hadn't, they'd come from a different way. The point being, when I was sort of passing them and in their sort of context, you sort of noticed they were all quite young. It was like, seemed to be 3 couples, and there was sort of a thing of showing how silly you could be, showing how there's a point where all of us jumped back across the stream, and then the one does it and then the other one does it, and can I do it better, and you know what I mean. And but there's an aspect when you're young where being dumb is sort of part of the part and parcel of the whole thing. I mean, purposefully dumb, right? And then there's another thing where you do dumb things and you sort of realize it and you just sort of continue doing it. Crime, I think, is something that I think you can see how within a framework of dumbness, where you're doing dumb things and maybe making excuses or lying about it, then this is another thing that your intuition tells you I shouldn't be doing it, but because you're young and reckless, because you're sort of somewhat foolish anyway, but you know, there's almost like nothing wrong with it, because everyone around is being foolish as well, getting drunk, getting high, having fun. This is kind of, you don't see it as clearly crossing a line. Obviously it is clearly crossing a line, but when you having sort of fun as a youngster, then you tend to see it as that, right? And so the crime doesn't stand out as much as I think it should. Is this where the tourist centre is? Resort. Okay. I do want to go a bit further. Okay, so how do I bring this to sort of true crime? I don't know. So just this idea that a lot of the criminals that we deal with are actually young people. And our attitude to risk is different when we're older. When I was very close to the last quarter of the hike, keep weaving, and I'll see you guys next time.